Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video of the Python for Beginners crash course. Today we are going to learn about dictionaries. So let's get right into it. So now, what is a dictionary? Let's take a real life example of a dictionary where we have words and their meanings corresponding. So what is a dictionary in the coding world? It's exactly the same, but we use keys instead of words and values instead of meanings. So, what is a dictionary? They are the built in data types that are used to store values in the form of keys and values. So, let's create a dictionary real quick. Student equals, we use curly braces. Now, this is an empty dictionary. Let's fill in the values. Name, let's keep Rahul. Now, what else? Age, let's keep 25 years old. Now, what else? Marks. We can also keep lists and tuples as the values. So let me just give you a clarification. Keys can be only represented through primitive data types like strings, integers, float, boolean, and nan. That's it. But you can also use tuples or tuples as the keys. That's it. Now for the values, you can use most of the data types like all the primitive data types and lists and tuples as well. Now let's create a list for an example. 100 marks, 94.4 marks, 98 marks, etc. Now, an important thing to know is that we have to keep comma after every statement, not necessarily at the last statement. Now, let's just print this dictionary. As you can see, we got the dictionary printed out. Let's print the type of it. As you can see, it's a dict, which means dictionary type. Now let's move on to the next one. Now, what are the characteristics or features of dictionaries? First thing, they are mutable, which is they can be changed, just like lists, but they're not immutable like tuples and strings. Next, there is no duplicate keys. Now, what does it mean by duplicate keys? For example, we have a key named name here, and we have an other duplicate key which is also name. So we'll get confused, or the command or the console will get confused. Like when we try to print using the name, it will print Rahul. For suppose we expected Varun, but we got Rahul. So that will be the confusion. Now next, it is unordered. Now what is ordered or unordered mean? Unlike strings, lists, and tuples, where the characters are specified or ordered using their indexes. Here, there's no presence of indexes, so, hence, they are not in an order, since they are unordered. Next is the nested dictionary. Now, here I've written a simple code. Here I have created a simple dictionary. Here, and now added another key named subjects. Now the values, as you can observe, the values is an other dictionary inside a dictionary, so it is completely acceptable to do that. Now this is the values in the form of a dictionary. Now when we print that, we get it clean. Now next are the methods. Sorry, let me give a bit clarification. Now, this phenomenon where a dictionary is present inside another dictionary, this is known as nested dictionary. Next is the methods we are going to discuss about the dictionary data type. First one is the keys. Now, keys is nothing but it just prints out the keys in the dictionaries. Now, when I use that function, we get name, age, and marks. As you observe, this is presented in a parenthesis. Now, this parenthesis shows that it's a tuple. Next is the values. Values is nothing but individual printing of the values. Just like we printed keys, now we are printing values. That's it. Now next is the items. As we printed them all individually, now we are just printing them combinedly. That is items here. Next is the get key. As I've told you, instead of indexes, here we have keys. We are just calling the values using their keys. Here I have passed the key name marks and we got the list. Now let's try name and we should get Rahul. Exactly. Now let's move on to the last and the final method, which is update. Now, update is when you want to add a new key and a value to the existing dictionary. For that, you have to specify the function and create a curly braces and then just write your key and the value. I've written here adult is equal to true. Now let's print the updated student. Here we got name Rahul, age 25, marks the list, and adult equals true. This has been added to this existing dictionary. Now this is what we learned in this video about dictionaries. Hope you all understood it well. So this is Prajeet signing off. Meet you in the next video. Bye bye.